The headlines are stark: water cannons, near collisions, and a small nation standing up to a giant. Philippine supply vessels on routine missions to the Second Thomas Shoal are met with aggressive Chinese Coast Guard maneuvers. Viral videos show wooden Philippine boats dwarfed by modern Chinese cutters, battered by water cannons. For the Philippines, these are direct challenges to sovereignty and the safety of its people. Manila responds with assertive transparency and hundreds of diplomatic protests. The Philippines leverages alliances and international opinion to push back. Every resupply mission risks escalation. The world is watching, and the stakes could not be higher. The South China Sea is one of the world's most vital maritime areas. Spanning 3.5 million square kilometers, it's dotted with islands, reefs, and shoals at the center of overlapping claims. The Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, Taiwan, and China all stake claims here. Beneath its waters lie vast reserves of oil and natural gas, resources that fuel Asia's economies. It's also a critical fishing ground, providing food and livelihoods for millions. But its true global significance lies in trade. 1/3 of all maritime commerce passes through these waters. Any disruption would have immediate, severe consequences for the global economy. The South China Sea is where the interests of rising and established powers collide. For the Philippines, its portion, called the West Philippine Sea, is a matter of heritage, food security, and national survival. Defending these waters is about more than territory. It's about the future. The region's stability is a concern for countries far beyond its shores. The South China Sea is a cauldron of geopolitical competition. The stakes are as high as the waters are deep. At the heart of the conflict is China's sweeping 9-dash line, claiming nearly 90% of the South China Sea. China bases this on historic rights, but the line cuts deep into its neighbors' maritime zones, including the Philippines' EEZ. The Philippines argues that UNCALOS, signed by both countries, defines maritime entitlements, not vague historical claims. In 2013, Manila took China to international arbitration, seeking a legal ruling on the 9-dash line. China refused to participate, dismissing the process as illegitimate. In 2016, the Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled overwhelmingly in favor of the Philippines. The tribunal found no legal basis for China's 9-dash line and affirmed the Philippines' rights within its EEZ. It condemned China's interference with Philippine fishing and oil exploration, and its artificial island building. For the Philippines, the ruling was a legal and moral victory. For China, it was ignored. Beijing continues its activities as if the judgment never happened. This defiance has defined the conflict ever since. The legal battle is over, but the struggle on the water continues. The world is left to wonder, does international law matter if the powerful refuse to obey? For Filipino fishermen, this conflict is about survival, not geopolitics. Men like Carlos remember when Scarborough Shoal was a bountiful fishing ground. Since 2012, they've faced harassment and blockade by Chinese vessels. Livelihoods have been stripped away, forcing them into crowded, less productive waters. The impact is devastating. Families struggle, and many young people abandon fishing. Their courage is a quiet act of defiance, a testament to the Filipino spirit. While harassing fishermen, China has built artificial islands in the Spratlys, transforming reefs into military fortresses. Using dredgers, China has created new land, permanently altering the region's landscape. These are not civilian outposts, they're militarized bases, with runways, harbors, radar, and missile shelters. Features like Mischief Reef and Fiery Cross Reef, within the Philippines' EEZ, now host Chinese military assets. China claims these are defensive, but their offensive capabilities are clear. These islands act as unsinkable aircraft carriers, projecting Chinese power deep into Southeast Asia. They enable China to monitor, control, and potentially deny access to the sea and airspace. For the Philippines and its neighbors, these fortresses are a source of alarm, a permanent, intimidating presence. The construction defies international law and the 2016 arbitral ruling. The environmental damage is catastrophic, with coral reefs destroyed. These concrete dragons are a stark reminder of the power imbalance in the region. The challenge for the Philippines is immense. The stakes are not just legal, they're existential. The election of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. in 2022 marked a dramatic shift in Philippine foreign policy. His predecessor, Rodrigo Duterte, had sought closer ties with China, downplaying the dispute and criticizing the US. This approach yielded few concessions. China only intensified its activities. Marcos Jr. reversed course, vowing not to cede 1 square inch of territory. He reinvigorated the alliance with the United States and strengthened ties with Japan, Australia, and Europe. The strategy is pragmatic. The Philippines cannot stand alone against China. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty with the U.S. is now central, with explicit assurances that it covers attacks in the South China Sea. This raises the stakes for Beijing. An attack could trigger a U.S. response. The Philippines is also building a coalition of partners committed to a rules-based order. Joint exercises with Japan and Australia, and deeper engagement with India and Europe, are part of this minilateral approach. The goal: create a network of security relationships to deter coercion and uphold international law. The Philippines is no longer standing alone. Nothing symbolizes the renewed U.S.-Philippine alliance more than expanded joint military exercises. The annual Balikatan drills have grown larger and more complex, now focused on external defense and maritime security. Thousands of troops practice amphibious landings, live-fire drills, and maritime patrols near the South China Sea and Taiwan. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, now allows the U.S. access to 9 Philippine bases, including sites near Taiwan and the Spratlys. This gives U.S. forces strategic access and rapid response capability in a crisis. These exercises send a powerful message of deterrence to China and demonstrate U.S. commitment to the region. For the Philippine military, it's a chance to modernize and improve interoperability with a top-tier ally. However, the expanded U.S. presence is controversial. China accuses Manila of stoking tensions and becoming a pawn in U.S. strategy. Chinese vessels closely monitor the drills, heightening the risk of miscalculation. The Philippines walks a fine line, bolstering defense without provoking open conflict. The stakes are high, and every move is watched. The alliance is both shield and lightning rod. On the ground, the expanded U.S. presence brings hope and anxiety. Local leaders in provinces hosting new EDCA sites see economic opportunities, jobs, investment, infrastructure. Some welcome the security guarantee, a shield against aggression, but many residents fear being caught in a superpower conflict, especially over Taiwan. The governor of Cagayan has voiced concerns. Are the economic benefits worth the risk of becoming a battlefield? There are also worries about crime, environmental damage, and social disruption from a large foreign military presence. Peace activists and nationalists argue the U.S. presence undermines Philippine sovereignty and drags the country into great power competition. Protests call for abrogating EDCA and pursuing an independent foreign policy. The slogan, "No to war, yes to peace," resonates with many wary of deeper U.S. entanglement. The Marcos administration must balance security needs with domestic concerns. The debate is about how to be secure without sacrificing independence. The government must persuade citizens that hosting foreign troops is necessary and safe. The soul of the nation is at stake. Despite internal debates, China's aggression has forged national unity in the Philippines. Filipinos rally behind the flag, with overwhelming support for a stronger stance in the West Philippine Sea. Images of Chinese water cannons have ignited patriotism and indignation. The hashtag #ChuAtin, Ang West Philippine Sea, "The West Philippine Sea is ours," is a digital battle cry. Civil society groups organize supply missions to support fishermen and troops, showing the defense of the sea as a national cause. The struggle is far from over. The Philippines faces an asymmetric challenge, outmatched militarily and economically. Yet, the resolve of the Filipino people is unshaken. They leverage democratic values, alliances, and national spirit. The goal is not war, but a just and lasting peace. The Philippines seeks respect for sovereignty and the rule of law. It hopes for a future where fishermen sail without fear and resources benefit its people. The path ahead is uncertain, but the message is clear. Filipinos will not be intimidated. They will not back down. They will fight for what is rightfully theirs, with courage, dignity, and hope.